All right, y'all. Today we got something new. I mean, well, not new, but man, since I ain't got too much to react to today, we finna react to Plot Armor, and this is, just a recap, for people who didn't see the manga or whatever. I'm finna react to the, One Punch Man chapter 94, chapter 194. You already know, man. We here for Saitama. I like checking out his stuff because he always add like a little more extra like details and all other extra little things in here, so I want to check his out. So you already know how y'all day been. Y'all been doing good. I've been doing good too. You already know. Link up in the description below. Without further ado, man, let's get to it. I mean, I already saw it, but I just want to watch it with some of the people who that probably like to look at my reaction or whatever. Let's just get it.
One Punch Man chapter 194, titled Right Away, features Tatsumaki, Genos, and Saitama.
See, I ain't know who they were right here. I didn't even know who they were right here, bro. I was a little lost and confused, bro. But it's Saitama. Now that I see it up close like that, Saitama. I didn't really know who they were. Like, bro, who this? I thought it was like someone from like the Neo Heroes or whatever. I knew that was Gino, but I ain't knew who they were right here though. Okay, I got it now.
In elaborate military uniforms. We open up to Butterfly DX.
And I like this. Dang, what brother name is? He my favorite, bro. Is this Black Sperm or whatever?
And Chain and Toad checking up on Saitama's pets. Apparently,
what's got in bed? Rover got bed, bro.
Rover hasn't been eating any dog food lately. DX wondered if he might be sick, but Toad pointed out that the dog's coat is looking better than ever. This was of course thanks to Fubuki taking care of him and putting him on a premium beef diet. She's been treating this little guy like a pageant champion, since having a disaster level dragon on their side has done wonders for the Blizzard group. Black S, meanwhile, is more than happy to eat Rover's serving along with his own, so he can get strong again too.
I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like he gonna be. If y'all watch Mob Psycho, what is it, 100 Mob Psycho or whatever? I forget. You would know. If y'all watch that, I feel like he gonna be. I hope he gonna be a sacrifice, bro. Cause this is my little buddy right here, man. I like him, man. I like this. He's like low key my favorite. I just don't want him to like. Nothing bad happen to him. That's all.
He let them know that Rover usually goes out and gets food from somewhere else, but it doesn't seem like they processed the monkey's ability to speak. Fubuki, meanwhile, was shocked to see that the dog she abducted decided to leave. You really can't beat a dog's sense of loyalty. Saitama is the apex creature, and Rover recognizes that above everything else, even food. But I'm sure he'll go back whenever he's feeling hungry. Just then, Butterfly and Toad notice some commotion going on above them. It was Saitama, and this time he was interacting with Flashy Flash. Toad recognized him to be S rank 13. However, that's not entirely accurate. He's the former rank 13 hero, but thanks to Bang's retirement and Wild Emperor's resignation, he's actually the number 11 hero now.
Went to the Neo hero.
That being said, at least in terms of personal power, he's roughly the third strongest S-class hero right now, right behind Tatsumaki. Although you could argue that with his recent upgrades, Genos may be able to compete. Between his connections with Genos, King, and Flashy Flash, Butterfly had to wonder if Forte was right about Saitama being a dangerous guy. From there, we make our way to the Hero Association's training room number 3. Flashy Flash proclaimed that if Saitama could land even a single notable hit on him, the bald man would win. The interior looked like a rock climber's paradise. Flashy Flash was generous enough to give Saitama a 30-minute time limit. That is so ridiculously pompous for a guy that admitted to himself that Saitama outsped him when they first met. If
I'm telling you, they even moved it.
Saitama loses, he would need to officially become Flashy Flash's student and obey all his orders, which is totally backwards. Usually a disciple is the one setting these sorts of terms. Instead, if Saitama wins, he didn't want to hear anything about disciples from the ninja ever again. Totally confident, Flashy Flash happily agreed. And with that, he decided that it was time for them to start. And the moment he said that, Saitama rushed up to him.
Bro, Saitama, I told y'all, this is what I call infinite amuse, all that type stuff, speed blitz, bro. He was so fast that the Arthur could even keep up with him, bro. Look at this. Look at this.
Him so fast that Murata couldn't even draw him properly.
This is what I just said.
Before he was in front of the guy.
Bro, this is literally what I said on my community. Hold on. Bro, this is literally what I had said, bro. This is what I have said, bro. I said, this is what I call infinite speed blade. Saitama, aka Big Gaggo. Yeah, Big Gaggo was so fat that the art has no time to keep up with him. Come on, man. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, bro. I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm just letting you know, man. His speed is unpredictable. Let's get it.
Flashy Flash jumped back like a scared cat the moment he realized. Forget 30 minutes. He almost got one-tapped in less than a second. Now he was completely on guard. He totally forgot how impressive Saitama can be since his personality is so plain. Saitama just looked at him casually. Flashy Flash, however, was now totally serious. He finally remembered how Saitama caught his sword attack in the past. Not only that, but even though he wasn't sure if it was fact or fiction, Saitama was even said to have beaten Garo. Flashy Flash tried to do the same and failed. But in his mind, I'm sure he's rationalized the loss.
Bro, they need to hear him bring out. They need, boy. I'm ready for season 3, man. They really need to bring out season 3, bro. They probably bringing out next year. This year is almost over with, so most likely they're gonna try to bring it out next year. Finger crossed, finger crossed.
To be on account of it being a 3-way fight, including Platinum S, and he didn't have his signature weapon available. But that wasn't even Garo's final form. Either way, Flashy Flash decided that the best thing for him to do here would be to use all of his power from the very beginning. After rushing forward, he
Dragon Thrust Kick.
Delivered a Dragon Thrust Kick. When Saitama tried to punch him, he swiveled out of the way with spinning top slide. This transitioned into Falling Moon Palm. Then Misty Mantle, followed by Falling Leaves Barrage.
I like Falling Leaves, bro. This right here is so hard, bro. This reminds me of what the dude name is from Neji. And it ain't Neji, RP to Neji, bro. You know, Naruto. This reminds me of Neji, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
But Flashy Flash was only just getting started. He moved all over the battlefield. Wind Blade Kick, Blue Tempest Fist, and Flowing Shadow Feet. Despite going all out, he wasn't using his sword at all. Perhaps as a show of mercy, since he wasn't slaying a monster here. Not that it would make any difference though. But all of this was just set up for his ultimate technique, Flash Fist. But before he could land, Saitama responded with a well-timed fist of his own. One that made the shinobi's eyes go wide.
Yeah.
Death. The only future he saw for himself.
Bro, I had said on community tab, on my community tab, I said, which punch would you want to get hit by with Saitama? And I had said Death Punch. I said Death Punch. After saying that, now I kind of take it back. I kind of taking it back after I saw that.
After receiving such a blow like this would be death. It is the same bewildering fear that made the gulf between them so clear to Genos at the beginning of the
now I kind of regret it, cause like, yeah, I don't want to get hit by Death Punch. Yeah, I really don't want to get hit by Death Punch.
The series. And just before the
look at it, bro. I do not want to get hit. You do not want to get hit by that. Oh my God. And look at he stopped though. He's trying to pull himself back. God, you don't want to get hit by that, bro.
Blow could land, Genos called out to his master. The blowback was enough to collapse a large portion of the enclosure as Flashy Flash flinched.
That's crazy.
And Saitama wondered what was up. Genos apologized for interrupting his master's training session with a new disciple applicant, but there was a monster alarm for them to tend to. Between this chapter and the last, it's clear that Genos is very shady. He'll take any opportunity to talk trash about anyone who doesn't recognize his master's greatness. Flashy Flash was in utter disbelief.
Bro, when I saw this part, yeah, I was laughing. I ain't gonna hold you. I was laughing.
And sweating profusely. He couldn't believe that this was possible. He didn't even have time to use a forbidden move.
See, I didn't want to overthink this right here. He said I didn't even have time to use a forbidden move. So I'm assuming that he probably have more than one. I'm just overthinking. I could be overthinking. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong though.
Whatever that means. I'd like to think that any forbidden move of his must include a sword, because it's hard to imagine he wouldn't have used one during the Monster Association arc. Also, he says a forbidden move, implying that he has more than one, as if his grocery list of
See, it possibly he probably just have He probably going to use one, but then he had another one that might be so powerful. I don't know. I don't want to jump. I don't want to overthink it. So
techniques wasn't long enough. And speaking of time, given how fast Flashy Flash is, faster than the speed of light based on his previous feats and the fact that he's not holding back, this battle of theirs, if you can even call it that, has only managed to last a handful of seconds at best.
I'm gonna say that was less than 9 seconds at best, or 8.
Joining the two heroes with a nervous smile on his face, Flashy Flash loudly proclaimed that it was too bad Saitama wasn't able to land a hit on him. He was even nice enough to postpone their match for the time being. Genos' sneak diss upgrade kicked in again as he wondered if the guy was just going to ignore the fact that he was sweating bullets right now.
Yeah, see, this the part that I was laughing when I saw that, bro. I'm like, come on, man. Flash, I like you, bro, but bro, you sweating, bro. You sweating.
Saitama, meanwhile, insisted that Genos lead the way. To him, following Flashy Flash was bound to get them lost. This is on account of Flashy Flash's poor navigation skills when they first met. So Flashy Flash is pretty much the Zoro of One Punch Man. From there, we head on over to East City. It's actually our first time visiting this location. 3 tired heroes were facing off against some monsters. We've got A-Class rank 28 Peach Terry, A-Class rank 33 Heavy Kong, and B-Class rank 57 Bone. They were up against 3 towering humanoid monsters. One of them was talking about crushing a guy who responded to him with a mean comment in the past, the anger from which gave them strength. Collectively, the 3 were a disaster-level demon threat and went by the name Internet Surfers. Apparently, these guys couldn't handle being cyberbullied on message boards and turned into monsters.
No, that's crazy.
Because of this, they decided to destroy all of humanity since it's rotten to the core. See guys, this is what happens when you forget to touch grass. The heroes on the scene were completely overwhelmed.
I definitely need to start touching some grass now, bro. I gotta touch grass some more, bro. I ain't gonna hold it. I gotta touch grass, bro. I be on live on stream doing kick and stuff. Hold on, man. See, bro, I put it right here. I put RIP to my El Gato, bro, over like 6 years, man. It just started acting up now, man. I need to go outside and touch some grass now. There could be this was just yesterday too, man. Like, yeah, I gotta go outside and touch grass now and stuff. So I gotta order me another one, man. Crazy, man. It's crazy.
And outclassed. They wouldn't be enough to stop these guys. Just then, Heavy Kong noticed something. There was a mysterious figure observing them all. Kong told the stranger to evacuate as quickly as he can since the monsters were indiscriminate when it comes to clobbering people. But one of the monsters decided to imprint the bottom of his Nikes on all of them, knocking the heroes away. Then the same one asked the hooded figure what he was looking at. The one in a suit wondered if the person thought they wouldn't get attacked too. They intended to show the guy that this online despair of theirs wasn't their problem alone. Getting a close-up, this guy's wearing a pretty solid minimalistic techwear fit with the Balenciaga speeds on, which should make it even more obvious who this is. The smiling man admitted that he had no business with the monsters at all. He was just here to wait for the appearance of a certain hero. He told them not to mind his presence at all. They could rampage as much as they wanted to. And a part of me feels like there would be a lot of people like this if we actually had superheroes and monsters like these in real life, just hanging around danger to see their favorite superpowered celebrities. Anyways, the monsters weren't having it. They assumed that the guy was planning on uploading videos of them online as a joke, which would probably happen in real life too. Honestly, if Spider-Man were real, there would probably be a major spike in health insurance claims. Trust me, living in New York can be expensive, so Spidey might need to save a few wallets too. The one in a tank top, which might actually make him the strongest one here, said that their antennae were picking up on annoying signals from the guy. And really, they're not wrong. This is kind of like a troll scouter. On that note, this guy kind of reminds me of Captain Ginyu here. Just then, the hooded man noticed the appearance of the very hero he was looking for. Checking over his shoulder, the one wearing plaid noticed who the guy was waiting for. But as far as they were concerned, it didn't matter how many heroes show up. They're not scared at all. Finally lowering his hood, the man was revealed to be none other than Speed O Sound Sonic. Immediately speaking to Saitama, he was pleasantly surprised to see that the bald hero actually showed up. It totally made following such a lame fight worth it. But before he could issue a new challenge, his eyes went wide. He noticed the other hero that was with his target, Flashy Flash, who was just as surprised to see his fellow ninja here. Quickly, his expression grew dark with recognition. Sonic's agitation grew as he questioned why Flashy Flash was with Saitama, a question that Saitama himself still didn't know the answer to. Genos' shade-throwing ability kicked in yet again as he asked a question of his own. What was going on? Did Flashy Flash know this sorry excuse for a ninja too? Flashy Flash shut the conversation thread down immediately and told Demon Cyborg not to pry any further. Furthermore, he told the loyal dog to lower his muzzle since he'd handle the monsters himself. Geno still wasn't willing to listen to him though.
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you. I like this one, bro. I like Geno and Flash, bro. I feel like they make them come good friends. Yo, bro, they need to hurry and bring this out in anime, bro. Like for real, I want to see this part right here.
And told the guy not to try and order him or his master around. Sonic told his fellow fans to back off. He wondered if this was Saitama's attempt at avoiding a one-on-one battle with him. This whole situation was becoming more and more of a pain for our main character by the second. Upset that they were being totally ignored here, the monsters angrily called out to the bickering group. They sought to clarify that the three of them combined were a disaster-level demon. Yeah, a combined disaster-level demon is pretty embarrassing. Just then, this scene became an even more crowded reunion as a familiar voice was happy to see that both of their targets had grouped up together. This would save them the trouble of looking for them individually. It was Galewind and Hellfire Flame. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Hey, I kind of low-key like that they're back though. I low-key like that they are back, cause yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I like them. I like they too. They too cool too.
They were supposed to be dead. They were willing to give Sonic a second chance to join them if he helps them kill Flashy Flash. Now, these guys were never the brightest, but either they have something new planned or they're just complete idiots. Last time they met, Flashy Flash soloed them both without even breaking a sweat. Furthermore, because they've eaten monster cells, it's not like they can get any stronger than they already are. They've been capped. Saitama was distraught to see that more weirdos just keep showing up. Flashy Flash thought that them being here was strange. The internet surfers wondered what was going on too, as Genos questioned who these guys were. Sonic had to remind himself of their names and was surprised to see that they were both alive. He thought he sensed some small fry nearby. Okay, it seems like everyone suddenly has amnesia when it comes to the previous fights. Sonic thoroughly struggled to handle them and couldn't even land a single hit. In fact, when Galewind monsterized, Sonic broke into a cold sweat. The gulf between them was so massive that he decided to become a monster. So I really hope this isn't just empty trash talk like influencer boxing, and Sonic has actually gotten much stronger since then. It's really hard to power scale a guy that only likes to challenge Saitama. Flashy Flash raised an eyebrow at the two newcomers. He distinctly remembered cutting the two of them in half. He wondered if they were planarian monsters or something. A planarian is a type of flatworm best known for its ability to regenerate. If you cut one into pieces, each of those separate pieces can regenerate into a new organism. Hellfire mocked the stupidity of their enemy. If they were planarians, they would have multiplied. Galewind was embarrassed by the fact that his partner responded.
He said, "You need an answer." No, bro. Bro, come on, man. Y'all don't like these? These guys are hell crazy, man. Like, you fool. Who would have multiplied, bro? Like, bro, you didn't need to answer that, bro. Like, come on, man. What are you getting at?
To the insult at all. Now, the idea of joining them thoroughly upset Sonic. He had a bone to pick with them since he believed the monster cell they gave him must have been rotten or something. Thanks to that, his stomach was so messed up that he dropped a whopping 4 pounds of weight from the severe diarrhea it caused. And although I laughed for a solid—
Now, I think I saw he cooked it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but then he cooked it
2 minutes after being reminded of that, diarrhea is no laughing matter. Believe it or not, millions of people die from it every year. I'd rather fight Saitama than fight for my life on the toilet like Sonic had. I can totally understand why he would never forgive them. But according to them, the monster cell was totally fresh. The real problem is that monster cells are meant to be eaten raw. Sonic might be a total gremlin, but he's pretty civilized when it comes to cuisine, and decided to chef it up. He even enjoyed a glass of wine with it. At the time, he actually wondered if he should have cooked it at all, but rationalized that no one in their right mind would eat something like that raw. Meanwhile, no one in their right mind would want to become a monster in the first place. But in that case, Hellfire told the younger ninja to wait until they kill Flashy Flash. They claimed to have trained harder since their defeat and said that things would be different this time. Again, training is completely pointless if you've gained power from a monster cell. Wind recalled the fact that back in the village, Flashy Flash and Sonic used to hang out together. They planned to make the S-Class hero remember when he was a miserable, failed student. From there, we got a quick flashback to when Flash and Sonic were kids. Despite the whole ninja thing, they seem to be in a pretty high-tech facility. Two older men enter the room.
Yeah, cause they was in something. They were looking at that whatchamacallit,
and demanded to know what the kids were doing in the restricted area. Apparently, they were skipping their training.
They were looking at that cube.
From there, the two of them were manhandled. This made Flashy Flash remember something very important within the restricted area. It was
they were looking at this cube.
A cube. A God cube. Seeing these idiots again was actually helpful. Flashy Flash had completely forgotten about the village. From there, he pointed towards the threats and proclaimed to Saitama.
Nah, this the part I like right here. I'm like, come on, Flash, bro. Come on, Flashy Flash, bro. Chill, bro.
That it is a disciple's job to handle their master's light work, and told him to go. Saitama was shocked and not happy at all to hear the command. Neither was Genos. The internet surfers finally had enough and decided to strike the figure speaking below them. Saitama didn't move a muscle, but Genos and Flashy Flash sprung into action faster than the eye could see. And just as quickly, the monsters had been totally obliterated. Flashy Flash quickly punched the two rogue ninja in the face at nearly the same time. Genos, meanwhile, was busy incinerating the monster corpses. Wind and Fire reeled from the sudden blow. And just as quickly, Flashy Flash managed to cut them in two yet again. But thanks to a substitution technique, Flashy Flash just cut two logs instead.
Alright, so that mean they were quick now. So that mean they were real quick. So they quick. So they were quicker than Flashy Flash. I'm assuming.
Unfortunately, the two monster shinobi have gotten away yet again. Forget planarians. These guys are more like cockroaches. And in all that commotion, Sonic rushed Saitama and ended up lodged beneath the pavement. Wind and Fire fled as quickly as they could while being frustrated that Flashy Flash.
I don't know why, but I don't know why, but these two kind of remind me of like Team Rocket. You know how they always blasting off? I feel like we probably gonna see more of them doing this right here. Doing this type of little scene.
Flash has gotten even stronger. Which, although entirely possible, again, it's far more likely that they themselves just haven't improved at all. Considering Sonic attacked Saitama instead of himself, Flashy Flash assumed that the bald hero must have some sort of connection to the guy too. Saitama claimed that Sonic has snuck up on him like 3 or 4 times now. Sonic meanwhile thought to himself that this was in fact his 14th defeat against Saitama. Cape Baldy sighed deeply. He decided that he was just going to look for Monoko in his own way. He figured that she was probably having a tough time somewhere. With that in mind, he urged Flashy Flash to just go home already. The S-Class hero was confused by this. Saitama confessed that he wasn't interested in any of this become my disciple or rival stuff. He didn't want to teach, learn, compete, or anything like that. All three harassers thought to themselves for a moment and
just a hero for fun, bro.
Had the same concern in mind. Did Saitama lack confidence? Genos assured his master that it was fine. Saitama was caught off guard by the tranquil response. With a smile, Genos let his master know that he learns from him every second. Flashy Flash gave his disciple a wink while calling him the personification of potential and telling him to have confidence. And man, I can't even look at Sonic.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, come on, Sonic, bro. Like, when I saw Sonic doing it, bro, I'm like, Sonic, bro, come on now. You supposed to be like, don't want to, show him that type. Well, it is what it is, though.
Sonic's face here without laughing. Saitama's self-proclaimed rival admitted that he's always impressed by Saitama's decent response whenever he attacks him. From there, the three of them rushed off elsewhere.
Now, this the part that I was laughing the most. I was like, bro, they fighting in the background. Come on, man. Gino's keeping up with their speed and stuff. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Where Saitama was at his wit's end. No matter what he says, these guys never understand.
I just like the background right here, bro. I like that type stuff right there.
And he quickly turned to one of the very few people he actually likes being around and texted King that he should come over to play video games. Judging from the last few chapters, King is over Saitama's house pretty frequently these days. Holding up Flashy Flash's crude drawing of Monoko, Saitama told King that he was looking for them. And this was actually a problem.
I'm looking for this guy.
King would be able to help out with, since he was pretty sure he'd seen the creature before. Back when he was making his way home from the final training ground, he briefly ran into a creature that he thought might be a bear. Retracing King's steps, the two sprung a trap. It was a huge plate of curry and rice, a meal so delicious that it caught the little monster pretty quickly. And the reaction of the two heroes was honestly adorable. Soon after, Saitama invited Flashy Flash over to meet with the monster as she chowed down. He was surprised to see that the job
You found her.
was already done. Saitama admitted that he was able to find her in about 3 panels.
We're doing some breaking the wall stuff. We're doing some breaking the wall stuff, right?
Which is insane. Saitama is so strong that he is breaking the 4th wall. And for me, this kind of puts things into perspective a bit more. Let me know if you guys remember, but there was a Dragon Ball Super filler episode
Come on, man. Hey, yo,
that had Aurelie battle against Goku and Vegeta. And because she was a gag character, she had no problem keeping up with and even overpowering them. At this point, it's hard not to imagine Saitama is the same way.
Bro, I've been telling people, bro, we've been telling people that Tommy's a gag character, bro. We've been telling people that say Tommy is a gag character. When I first saw Say Tommy, I knew he was a gag. I wasn't even into like One Punch Man until my friend like put me on it, man. Cause I was more heavy like into My Hero Academia. I didn't really care for nothing else but My Hero Academia. So my like I said, my partner put me on it. He said, "Bro, you gotta watch One Punch Man. I think you'll like it." So I'm like, "Man, I ain't finna watch this." And I'm like, eventually I gave in and like, "Yo, okay, yeah, this cool." Like just look at him.
Flashy Flash was relieved to see that the task was complete.
But like I said, some people gonna consider him, you know, a gag, and then you gotta have others gonna consider him not a gag. But y'all already know me, I consider him as a gag. As I always say, big goat gag, I consider him as a gag. Look the definition of consider, and then you know.
But wasn't so happy that Saitama had taken care of it before he could. And again, Saitama spoke of his poor directional skills. And if I'm being entirely honest, I'm the same way, so I can relate to his struggle. Flashy Flash knew that it was a bit sudden, but once the monster's stomach was full, he wanted her to tell him everything she knows about the entity known as God. Monaco gulped deeply at that. She began to sweat a bit and pretended to know exactly what he was talking about. However, she also claimed that her head was spinning a bit, that perhaps a bit more curry would help jog her memory. That's when Flashy Flash realized that she's just as clueless as they are. But hey, at least he has his little
I like how they be drawing them, bro.
sidekick back. From there, Flashy Flash, Saitama, and Monaco entered an elevator within the Hero Association. Flash decided that they should go speak with Sitch. That way, he'd be able to get them in touch with Blast directly. Saitama wasn't paying full attention and instead told Monaco that he makes curry from time to time, so she should come over sometime and remind him. Monaco was surprised by the invitation. Looks like Saitama gets along with yet another character enough to willingly invite them over.
So we might be seeing more of her then.
Make your bets. How long until we get a cover page dedicated to Monaco?
We probably, bro, what?
And will Murata give her the same treatment as most of our other female characters? Now, considering Monaco was formerly a member of the Monster Association, running into Rover and especially Black S,
I like Black S, bro. Black S like one of my favorite, bro. Like I said, if y'all watch what that Mall Psycho or Psycho Mall, one of the two, how you want to call it, bro, I feel like he might. I don't want him to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want him to be like a sacrifice, bro. I don't want him to be sacrificed, bro. I like him.
Be very interesting. Once they made it to floor 55, Flashy Flash realized that communicating with someone who hops across dimensions is probably a difficult task. But surprisingly, Blast just happened to be right there. One Punch Man is seriously heating up right now. We've got an impending Ninja Village arc, and even direct communication with Blast.
Hey, that's a clean little, this a clean detailed drawing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
This channel is the best place to lock in with all of that. So I hope we can all enjoy the hype together. As always, I'm Sliceable Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we just got through, reacting to that little recap, so I'm cool with it. You already know. Link up in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe if you do, man. I'm out, baby. Y'all be safe.